Swiss mountains, alpine meadows, Siberian forests, Arabic deserts. In the country of the Great Steppe, the country of romantics, brave trailblazers, strong by spirit people, conquerors of natural elements. Discover the new Kazakhstan with the program Extreme Routes. Extreme Routes. Today in the program, mountain climbing. Computer at the office, a tablet at home, we are getting used to be active on the internet, while the real life is ready to give us thousands, no, hundreds of thousands of unforgettable emotions. For example, today, rock climbing will give us the opportunity to feel the present moment and to open our possibilities. Rock climbing is a type of sport or active recreation where you have to overcome a section of a rock or a structure imitating a rocky terrain, climbing wall, using only the strength and abilities of your body. Special equipment here is used only to ensure human security and for the better contact with the rock. Even if you let go of your hands, the brake will work. It grew from the club of interests into a very massive form of active recreation. Annually, dozens of beginners join conquerors of rock formations. They talk with pride about their new hobby and say they have gained not only strong grip, plasticity, but a new outlook on life. Let's try to figure out what it is new novelty is about. A couple of clicks of the mouse led us to one of the Almaty's best schools for rock climbing. Here, we will begin our journey to conquer the rocks. Hello, my name is Bahit Amirgaliyeva. I have an appointment with Victoria. Hello, Victoria is waiting for you. You can go straight down the stairs to the climbing wall. Thank you. Hello, Victoria. My name is Bahit. I would like to master rock climbing, so I came to you. You came to the right place. Victoria Larionova, a climber with a 4-year experience. She has discovered the sport by chance by accepting the invitation of her friends to spend an unusual weekend in a place called Tamgalitas. Since then, she has been training hard, gradually turning her hobby into the main activity. Today, she is a prize winner of numerous competitions and a successful instructor who trained dozens of newcomers. She lovingly calls rock climbing dances on the rocks. Climbing is our way of life. I cannot imagine my life in a different way. I do not think I will ever give it up. Where do we start? Let's start with a climbing wall. This is an artificial climbing wall. Hooks, relief. We will climb using these hooks. A special room with a height of walls from 5 to 15 meters can serve as a climbing wall. The main elements of the climbing wall are shields that are attached to the walls, both vertically and inclined, and hooks are artificial stones of various shapes and sizes. Sports harnessing are placed at a distance from each other, and thus they form a kind of route on an artificial relief. With the modern simulators, visitors have the choice of several different routes and climb variants, which differ in the degree of difficulty of the ascent. Today I'm offering you the easiest, the most simple wall where the children learn. Using your hands, you will push yourself for most of the time with your feet. This is the most important part, the most basic one. Often people are pulled up, but you will go. From the very beginning, try to find the right technique for yourself.
Здесь есть страховка.
There is insurance here. You cannot fall in any case because I'm holding you. Therefore, when fear comes, try to somehow interact with it. Try to switch. Try to control your movements. Do not panic. At some point, it's easier to go down. So in life, the goal is exactly the same. At some point, you can refuse, go down. But you need to awaken determination in yourself. And rock climbing will help that. And rock climbing will help that. Let's try again. Okay. To my River, 120 kilometers north of Almaty, the picturesque area called Written Cliffs by the people deservedly has attracted the attention of sportsmen tens of years ago. A non-dedicated person might not notice, but a climber will immediately identify on the stone hills numerous routes laid by like-minded people. The tracks have quite funny names: Apples, Scare an Owl, Winnie the Pooh, Cookie, and others, but it can be tricky. Many of them have such a hard level. Not everyone who calls himself a climber can overpower them.
Вот здесь мы с тобой и припаркуемся. Наконец-таки с тобой приехали.
Here we are going to park. Finally, we arrived. We are now at the Written Cliffs. The area is called Tamgali Tas. All of that is called harbor. Here you will climb. This is it. What? Apples. I see yellow and red marks, but for now, it's a bare wall for me, which I do not know how to climb. And is it even possible? Maybe. The unique beauty and obstinate character made Tamgali Tas a favorite place not only for Kazakh climbers. Annually, in the spring, hundreds of sportsmen from different countries gather here to compete in speed and dexterity. Riding Cliffs is a place where we like to spend a lot of time, and during the season we are there every weekend. We bring children there, organize competitions. It's cool there. Many routes. All kinds of festivals are held there. For example, bouldering, which is small, short runs, but quite complex. Kazakhstan is an ideal platform for rock climbing. After all, 10% of the entire territory of the country is occupied by mountains, mainly located in the east and south of the republic, and there are dozens of rocky areas scattered all over the country. The most popular routes among amateurs and professionals are the area of the Big Almaty Lake, located in the Zaylysky Alatau, 15 kilometers south of Almaty, the Tamgali Tas, 30 kilometers from the city of Kapchigai, and the Butakovka waterfall near the southern capital. The Mashat Gorge, 40 kilometers from the city of Taraz, the area of the village of Bektal, between the city of Karaganda and the lake Balkhash, the Sibinsk Lakes, 85 kilometers south of the city of Ostkamenogorsk, and the vicinity of the resort village of Borovoy. The scorching sun in this area is cruel, therefore it is not crowded here during the summer. Our plan is to make a camp in the evening to spend the night, and with the first rays of the sun, to go to conquer the rock. In the meantime, we proceed to set up the tents. It was still light enough, and we began to look at the rocks together. Why not warm up? It's strange that we are already climbing late at night, but we often do that. I think Bahit will like it. We made her the top roping. In general, she will climb now. Is the protection ready? The protection is ready. Let's go. Do not be afraid of anything. You're on top roping. Hold with your hands. Look, it turns out you know everything. Now she will go down and tell us where it is easier to climb on a rock climbing platform, on an artificial relief, or on natural rocks. I cannot find a hook for the second hand. Everything is there. You need to get up with a leg and you'll reach it. I think I am starting to panic. No panic. I took all your panic before leaving and put it in my pocket. Pull up with your foot. Yes, well done. I'm pulling you. Do you feel it? I feel it. It's your first real rocks today. But I believe that the result is magnificent. You have already made 2 small victories for yourself. Now, I think you can go down. Thank you. Lean back and hold on to the rope.
Отклонись еще назад, не держи за веревку. Все нормально.
It's all right. I was scared at some point when I realized that there was nothing to hold on to. And I literally stretched out on this rock. I think that tomorrow I will not repeat such mistakes. That's all for today.
На сегодня все.
First lesson. Rock climbing teaches to completely trust your partner. Remember trainings where a person should fall off a chair to be picked up by other members of the group. Here everything is much steeper because a person becomes almost your half. And the success of your ascent depends on how much you interact. I know exactly what kind of people I'll climb with. You can't climb with anyone. You have to get used to your partner. You get used to the character. You need to communicate besides the rock. In addition to training, we communicate in normal life. Bonfire, hot tea, beautiful scattering of large stars over your head. Amazing sensations. Being here, I felt like I had become a part of a community where people would gladly share useful advice and always come to the rescue, which is worth a lot. Early morning, climb. Today I have to compete for the proud title of a rock climber. The goal is to take the first height. A small briefing before the start. You need to keep to the left of the bolts. There's a good angle and there's a good angle and that's where you get through. Look, these hooks are very good for the hands. It seems so small. It's possible. But when you take this way, you can pull yourself up. Here, try. Or you hold on like this or so. Got it? We can start. Equipment's ready? Ready. Let's go. Great. The most unpleasant thing that can happen during a climb is panic. Fear immobilizes, and this is a big mistake, which takes away an incredible amount of strength. Now I need to calm down a bit. A little bit. 3 seconds. Good? Good. I need to get used to it. Everyone are afraid of height. You just have to think about the next move, about the next step, and not to think about the fall. Well, always try to make this movement even on the verge of failure. Do not be afraid. Gradually, it comes by itself. You learn to control this fear, but it is always present. Yes, I succumbed to panic. So much so that my only desire was to give up everything and surrender. The simplest, but not the right decision. Foot higher. The foot is immediately higher. There is a ledge there. Higher. Yes. So where your hands should go. There are many holes in it. Quiet. Calm down. Let's repeat the climb. I'll go down. At all? Everything from the very beginning? Yes. Wait. Maybe I'll try that.
Толкайся ногой. Давай. Давай.
Okay, you can lean. Push it. Pull your foot. Come on. Come on, well done. Well, that's all. You don't have to go down. We did it. It was another small victory. Victory over fear. Victory over myself. By the way, and this is lesson 2. Rock climbing teaches us to find and appreciate the importance of the present moment. Forget about the path you have taken. Do not think about what is yet to be done. It is here and now when we do everything that is in our power to move forward. Let it be a small step, a small movement, but it can become a big mint in your business. Well, the rock is a wonderful teacher. In my opinion, our girl will do it today.
Что там у тебя?
What have you got there? The chain? The chain. And where is the squeak of joy? I rejoice, but now a bit shocked, excited. And in the meantime, confidence has increased pretty much. The rest of the journey no longer seemed so difficult and terrible. A few more movements. Land. The goal is achieved. I've come a long way. Well, tell me how you feel. Euphoria. Euphoria, really. So many emotions are mixed now. Just cannot express in words. Another charm of rock climbing, there's always time to stroll around the neighborhood. The beauty of the natural boundary attracts to get a closer look. By the way, the area is popular not only among athletes. Tourists from all over the world come here on a regular basis. The thing is that here on the right bank of the Joly River, there are about 1,000 rock paintings that date back to the late Middle Ages. Therefore, the name is Tamgali Tas, which in Kazakh means stones and signs. The beauty of written cliffs is indisputable, but numerous tourists are attracted by the unique rock carvings of the Buddha, the origin of which is still disputed. Under the drawings, the sacred text in Sanskrit dating from the 7th century is carved, which says, "Blessed be the born from a lotus." According to legend, Buddhist missionaries organized a campaign in Semirechye, but when they reached the Joly River, an earthquake occurred, which led to a piece of rock to break off. The monks regarded this as a sign and decided to return to India. But first, they carved 3 images of Buddha on stones. Another legend says that the inscriptions were written by the comics in Todorkoi Nomen Bichig, clear literary script, created by Oirat enlightener Zaya Pandita Ogtorguina in 1648. No matter how it was, our contemporaries believe that these places are abnormal. Often here you can meet pilgrims who come here for the treatment. They say that if you lean against the Buddha images, the diseases magically recede.
This is our second time to Kazakhstan. We come from Tel Aviv, from Israel. When we were back in Tel Aviv, my husband looked for historical things to see because there's a lot of nature but also a lot of history. So yesterday we were in Tamgali and we wanted to come to Tamgali Tas specifically to see the Buddhist petroglyphs, which are incredibly and fantastic.
Я выбрал Казахстан, потому что
I chose Kazakhstan because I heard a lot about the local mountains. I really love mountains to travel, and I wanted to see the real steppe. I know Kazakhstan well, Siberia, but I've never seen such a landscape as here.
Хорошо Россию, Сибирь, но никогда не видел такой пейзаж, какой здесь.
Summing up my meeting with the world of rock climbing, I want to say that this is not just a sport, but a way of life. By choosing a place on the map with rocky sides and going there for a few days in a wonderful trip, you can experience unforgettable sensations and all the delights of extreme tourism. Our film crew follows numerous paths of sports tourism, the routes of which run right through the mountains and steppes and forests and desert landscapes of our country. Join us. Kazakhstan is even more interesting with us.